Hey y'all, and welcome back to our little greenhouse. I'm so happy to have you here. Today's video is all about how I've been preparing since February for our cross-country move to Texas. You will see me decluttering throughout our house and also come along for several final family activities in our last weeks in Cincinnati. So grab a cup of something delicious or a load of laundry to fold and join me as I prepare our home and family for this big move.
Hello, welcome to my bins of stuff. This is as tall as I am. Is that not ridiculous? These are all clothes. And I have more. This is my very messy closet. Yes, my baby was on me in the wrap, so that is his little slobber marks. That is just way too many clothes, and I'm embarrassed to even show you that. But please hear me out. I just had my fourth baby, so my size has fluctuated between 3 different sizes. Plus, we're in another season, so my closet has just been rotating for months now. And I think I'm at the point where I kind of know what size I am right now, and I might still save a few things in case I drop down to the previous size I was, but I still feel like I just have way too many things. This is like the best fisherman's sweater of all time, and it's a wool. I just feel like so Irish. I mean, look at the stitching on there. It's so fun.
And then my slippers go play in the sand.
You'll notice the outfit change. It is day 2. Today's brew is a delicious oat honey latte. I would prefer Daniel's to Starbucks.
Knowing that moving was a real possibility, I first began going through excess clothing and our storage areas.
I lifted this skirt. Y'all, please come to me for more fashion advice in the future. Know about that one. These are things that I think I might be able to sell at our local consignment store. They're nicer brands. So I'm gonna go wash them and then try to make some money off these tomorrow. Wrapping supplies. And I do not need something this size because I won't be buying mini kits.
Here, look at these.
Hello and welcome to my very messy closet. Now that we are fully into summer, I still have some straggling winter pieces that I need to go through. Also, I have this whole tub of winter stuff. I had tried so hard to fit it all in one box, but I couldn't. I still have a few more things here and like winter pajamas and stuff that I've started setting aside, and I just need to go through it all. I've collected a few really nice things over the years that I'm like, I don't want to get rid of them. Like this jacket I love. It's so cozy. It's really nice. I'm like, I don't want to get rid of it. And I'm sure something like this, a mid-weight layer I can use all the time. But I'm gonna at least try to go through here and see if there's anything else I can get rid of. But I'm excited to get this closet back into order. Oh, winter. It's a nursing tank I don't need anymore. We are done nursing whether I like to admit it or not, but that one can go. My closet looks messier than it really is, I think, because I have to like double up all my dresses and stuff, so it just makes it look really bunchy. This is so special. This is totally vintage. This was my dad's. I don't know how old it is, but this is going to be a keeper forever. These are my authentic Texas jeans that I got like 15, 16 years ago, something like that. I went to Texas with my dad for my grandpa's funeral, and my dad bought me a whole Texas get-up, including Texas cowgirl boots, which I love. Uh-oh, did you drop your toy? Tub number 1, 2. Does that seem excessive to you? I want to have too many, but I don't know. They just take up a lot of room. I know I have more sweaters than I need. I've got like 6 sweaters, but I love each of them, and I pared it down to that many. So I'm like, I think that's fine. I'll just have a few extra sweaters. And in the winter, we'll see if I wear them. We can always get rid of things as we go. All right, well, that is definitely looking better. When I was little, I used to climb up in my tree and write poems and songs to God. My brother had a matching notebook and thought I had been writing notes in his, and he ripped out all of my pages, and I was so devastated. I think I was probably like 8. God made everything, me and you. God made everything, even the sky. God made everything, the pretty butterfly. God made everything, and he loves everything too. I think what he likes best is me and you.
Let me see you playing volleyball.
a state championship. That's us getting our trophy right there. This literally feels like a time capsule. In the few years that it has been in here, CDs and DVDs totally obsolete at this point. Gabrielle's helping me get all of these out because I don't need those anymore, but he was paralyzed since he was 18 years old and still went to Africa and Australia the rest of his life as a missionary. A very faithful, very godly, very kind, sweet man. I had many conversations with him, and he was just a great man of God who still took time for a little foolish 10-year-old girl. Once I wanted him to write in my Bible, and he signed it, and then he circled 2 Timothy 2:3, which was always a special verse to me ever since. I only know it in the King James Version because that's the version we used when I was a child growing up. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. Years later, when I was going to college, where he lived in South Carolina at that point, I got to see him. That was the last time I saw him, actually. That's when he gave me this picture, but on the back, he says, "To my precious Lindsay, Papa Pike, 2007, always live in 2 Timothy 2:3, and he gave me that verse again. It just shows you the impact that one person can have on a life, and now on my family. Yeah, we have emptied this huge tub, gotten rid of most of it. I think it's been sitting out in the shed for 6 years, and it's one of those daunting projects that you just keep pushing off. I feel really good that we got through that today. They've been in the back far corner, and I've just honestly been scared to try to get them out because Daniel has this huge heavy saw on top of it, and it's kind of perched precariously, so I had to slide another one in and grab these out, and oh my goodness, they are so heavy. I finally lugged them in, and I'm going to open them up. It's been like 7 years since I packed them, and I have not really a good idea of what's inside. Some wedding pictures, my old journals, letters that I've saved. Besides that, I don't remember what's in these, and they are just filthy, so I've like been wiping them off just to be able to open it. I don't want to bring all this dirt in. Oh my goodness, they're so dirty. Okay, we're just gonna start with one, see what I can get through tonight. Oh my goodness. When we were dating, we would do these fun little games and send each other riddles, and I'd have to figure out clues and then go to different places. One time Daniel had hidden a clue in Kroger in a random aisle, and I had to find it. I forgot about that. I sure wrote a lot of journals when we were dating. I sent out the group text and was so excited to hear he was coming. I used to coordinate times for everyone to go play volleyball. I just always have more fun when he's there. It's so funny. As you can tell, paper means a lot to me. I used to work at Answers in Genesis, and one of my jobs would be to thank the people who gave donations. And so this was actually a letter from one of the donors who received that thank you note, and how it meant a lot to her. It's just encouraging to get things like that. And I used to have them up on my cubicle. Thank you note from my big brother from his wedding, which I'm not gonna hold up close enough for you to read. That's one I'll keep forever. Oh, these were some old pictures from an acting program I was in. They're supposed to be professional. They said come with natural hair, and that's what I ended up with. Or this one. Seriously, come on, couldn't you do a girl a favor? Oh, this is so special. When I was living in my first apartment, I was so broke, working at a ministry, so obviously wasn't making much, and God provided everything I needed, and I just started writing down all the blessings. It was just a visible sign of how God provided and how I could trust Him to provide my next need. And he did. Okay, today is the day. We have been trying to do this for weeks. One of the easiest things to start packing is like storage stuff, so I need to go through that. I've slowly been going through the things in our shed out there, but we have a crawl space full of stuff to go through, and I just keep not having time to do it, so we are just going to do it today. Should I be cleaning up the house? Probably, because it looks like this. Everywhere. Every surface, every area. Oh, and even in here. You can see some of the laundry I need to be folding. But we're going to skip that and just jump on into the crawl space because the two youngest ones are asleep at the same time, which rarely happens. So I have my good little worker here who is going to help me crawl under there and see what we need to keep and what we need to purge. I'm excited to start. It feels like things are starting to move in the right direction. Let's go. An easy all-purpose cleaner. You can just make your own. Get 2 parts of water to 1 part isopropyl alcohol. Do half a teaspoon of Dawn dish soap and a few drops of essential oil of your choice. I use lavender because that's just safer on children, but there you go. It's like a non-toxic, very cheap, quick, easy cleaner, and it works well. What does that one say at the end there?
Says Fancy Home School Books.
Oh, okay. Can you grab those? Is it heavy?
Yeah.
Good job.
Where did you use those fancy
Mommy and Daddy went to New York to watch a big play. I was dressed when I was in college.
Can I see it?
When I went to a fancy ball. That's so pretty. Fancy
Try
dress.
it on.
Well, it would be too big on you.
Can I try?
It'd be too big on you.
Hey, it still fits. So cute, Mom.
Part of preparing to move was also getting our house ready to rent. I can't believe it, but in 7 years, this is the first time I did not sell or shop at my favorite enormous kids consignment sale. It was a little sad to know that I was going to miss it at the end of August or September, and I knew we wouldn't be here. So I just took them all to Once Upon a Child. I hoped for $100, and I made about $110.
Sport is your profession. Let's go.
Daniel and I have been friends with this wonderful family, Cody and Lucy. We've been friends with Cody for over a decade. We've gone hiking with them, climbing 14ers in Colorado, so many adventures. So this Spartan race was one last hurrah for Cody and Daniel. Sweet Gabrielle thought of making a sign for Daniel all by herself. She put it in her pocket and brought it to the race. It was pretty precious. The kids were so proud of their daddy. One of those sweet blessings God gave us was the timing of our move. The kids love our 4th of July parade that we've gone to every year, and we were still here for them to attend one final time. After almost falling down this steep hill, we made it to the river for a final family swim time. This was one of our favorite summer spots, so of course we had to come back to say goodbye. And what night at the river is complete without ice cream? Usually I try to keep the children eating a paleo diet like I do, but a couple of times a year we let it slide.
The pink sherbet in a cone, a small.
Look,
And then can I
that's
get
for you.
a small swirl?
Or would you like some milk? Is that what you want?
Another sad goodbye. We've had so many fun memories for years at the Cincinnati Nature Center. We came one last time to walk around, feed the fish, and say goodbye. The little fish food dispenser was broken and empty, but we found some food left over on the ground that the kids were able to pick up and feed the fish with. We were grateful for that.
Oh my goodness, I was so hoping.
And then a crocodile.
I just had to include this little shot of Zandy. She is just so precious and cooking away at our heart's content.
Just a little bit.
We'll be sure to make more cooking memories at our new house. As we went through stuff, I kept setting more and more aside so we could have our own garage sale. I was hoping for $100 and I made $99. I call that a win. We're getting closer and closer to our move date. It's getting real now, y'all. We're nervous, we're sad, we're excited. And we're excited to have you join us for this adventure. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
When we ain't got a thing, we've got